Welcome to the Mercury Villager videotape training module. My name is Christine Moore and I'm the brand manager for Mercury Villager. If you've driven anywhere lately, even a short trip to the corner market, you know that Villager competes in a segment crowded with competitors. Who wins? Well, the innovators. So it's imperative that you tell prospects about the many innovations that we will share with you today to be found in Villager. Villager prospects are individualistic, imaginative. They like the idea of owning a vehicle that doesn't scream typical minivan. And fortunately, all of the qualities, all of the features that these engaging, active weekenders look for in a vehicle can be found on Villager. It's an important message that should be part of every sales presentation, a message that's reinforced by the brand attributes beginning with versatility. Villager's standard driver and passenger side sliding doors, flip-open rear liftgate window, and multiple seating and cargo configurations make Villager a true multi-use vehicle. Speaking of practicality, it's the driving force behind Villager's second brand attribute, purposeful innovation. Being new isn't enough. Features have to be practical. If they are not, they aren't innovations, and they don't add any real value to the vehicle. Real value comes from practical features such as Villager's electronic automatic temperature control. That's a purposeful innovation that adds value, an innovation prospects can understand and appreciate. Just as they'll appreciate the engaging driving experience they're sure to discover during the test drive. It's up to you to get prospects behind the wheel so they can experience Villager's car-like ride and performance firsthand. Of course, performance isn't the only thing that sets Villager apart. The fourth brand attribute, expressive design, says Villager is the only choice for imaginative, discriminating prospects in the market for a sleek, dynamic alternative to the typical minivan box. And it's a great choice for active, fun-loving people. People who want peace of mind when they're taking the kids to school or the grandchildren to the museum. Villager is a great choice for anyone who wants to make a smart purchase decision. After all, Villager was named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy for the 2000 model year. Now here's automotive expert Don Fuller with an in-depth look at the 2001 Villager.
Sometimes it seems there must be about 1,000 minivans in the market in all shapes and sizes and from practically every manufacturer. And I think that at one time or another I've driven every one of them. What makes one stand out from the rest? Its individual features and the accompanying benefits. The 2001 Mercury Villager isn't the biggest of all the minivans on the market, and it's not the smallest. But I see it as having a just right size, with a combination of versatility, ease of operation, and driving maneuverability that most of the rest just don't match. It sits lower to the ground than many other minivans, and is therefore easy to get in and out of. And it has a very car-like combination of ride and handling. Its size is ideal for the growing family, and its interior versatility, if properly presented, will surprise and appeal to your prospects. So, let's take a more detailed look at this minivan that I think is just the right size.
The Villager right now has opened up a lot of doors for us, especially age groups. We thought it was going to be for the young people, but we were completely surprised. It's taken in the empty nesters such as myself. I'm in my 60s, and kids are gone, and I enjoy driving one myself. I get a chance to drive one when we go to Colorado, see our grandkids. So, but on the most part, it's mostly been the young people with families who want the room, and the style has been awesome.
With the Villager standard driver and passenger side sliding doors, entry is easy for both the second and third row seats. An interlock feature prevents the driver's side door from opening when the fuel filler door is opened, as when refueling, to prevent accidental damage. In back, there's a convenient rear liftgate window to allow loading small items inside without having to open the entire liftgate. And notice that when you shut it, the rear wiper returns to its normal position. In the back of the Villager is this handy parcel shelf, which can be placed in one of three positions. This is the lowest position. This is how you put it into the middle position. Goes in over here and over here. You slide that into place. And to go into the top position, goes in over here and over here, and you slide that into place. It's secured with a handy knob on the left-hand side. It includes a cargo net. It will support 30 pounds, and with it either in the middle position or the upper position, it will keep valuable items from prying eyes. On the passenger side, by lifting this lever on the right-hand side, the tip-slide second-row captain's chair provides easy entry into the third seat. It tips forward easily, slides out of the way, and returns just as easily to its normal position. You put the seat back into place, slide it back, move the entire seat to its original position, and then lift the lever on the right-hand side to reset the seat back. Standard on Sport and Estate models, and optional on Villager, is a 6-way power driver seat, which provides the optimum number of seating positions and includes a manual adjustable lumbar support. And standard on the Estate model, a 4-way power passenger seat ensures front passenger comfort through a wide range of positions. As standard equipment on the Estate, the power driver seat and power mirrors are integrated into a memory function, which allows 2 drivers to store their own seating and mirror position preferences into the system without having to change positions every time there's a driver change. The memory operates with convenient buttons on the driver's side door. In the third seat of the Villager, you're going to find some real interesting and easy versatility. Now, as you may know, with most minivans, the third seat removes to increase cargo room. Not with the Villager. With the Villager, the third seat slides back and forth on these tracks, kind of like a little railroad. Now, for this demonstration, we've removed the second row seats, so you'll have to kind of imagine them being here. Here's how this seat moves. First, you reach underneath and grab the lever that releases the cushion and lets it go up like that. Then you grab this handle right here, slide it forward a little bit, grab this lever, let the cushion back down. Now look what you've done. A little bit less leg room for these third seat passengers, but a little more cargo room for things the family might want to carry. Let's go one more notch. Pick it up again, move it up a little bit more, let it back down. A little bit less leg room, a little bit more cargo room. Let's do it again. Up here to this spot. Now look, in this spot, this cushion will not come down because it's up against the backs of the second row seats, which you can imagine being in this spot. This is how you get maximum cargo capacity and still have this seat with you. The next spot forward does this. Slide it forward, it locks here, put the cushion down. This is now my second row seat if I would have removed the normal second row seats. And it can operate as a second row seat here because it's in proper position for the second row seat belts. Next spot, I move this up like that, slide this up to here. Maximum cargo capacity because this seat is now up against the backs of the front seats. I'll put it back where it goes, all the way to the rear, like that. Now, one neat thing about this, Mom and Dad and the 2 kids are going to go to Grandma and Granddad's for Christmas. So the 4 of them have to go someplace and take all the luggage and the Christmas presents. You know what that's like. You got 4 people in the family, tons of luggage and Christmas presents. But with this vehicle, you move the seat up to this spot, put all the stuff in the back, and when you get there, you can unload all the stuff, put the seat back in place, and now the whole family can go to dinner because you didn't leave this seat back at home in the garage.
Well, the Villager is a very versatile vehicle. With the different seating configurations that we have, we can actually make the Villager into a number of different automobiles for whatever our needs happen to be at that particular time. We can take the seats out, we can move the back seat up, we can make it into a cargo van, we can make it into a full passenger van. So it is extremely versatile in that regard. Also, with the 4 doors, we have easy access in and out of the rear of the vehicle, so most of our customers find that very exciting. It's basically the station wagon of old.
The main thing about that Villager in the interior is that third seat in the second row, how they can move the seats around. You can do so many configurations. For instance, we've personally used it at Christmas time where we move the seats in and out for presents, as well as having 7 of us in that vehicle at one time, and plenty of room.
The Villager's electronic automatic temperature control allows selecting a specific interior temperature by setting an electronic thermostat and gives fan speed settings of automatic and variable from high to low. A sun load sensor ensures that the desired temperature is maintained even on the hottest, brightest days. An outside temperature display lets the occupants know what it's like outside, and the system includes a full manual override. Parents will appreciate the optionally available AutoVision rear seat entertainment system, which includes a 6.4-inch color LCD screen. Now, this particular vehicle is not equipped with auto vision, but if it were, it would be mounted up into the headliner, somewhere about in this area. It includes a video cassette player, a video game plug-and-play capability, and a video camera playback capability. The stereo sound can be transmitted through the vehicle speakers or through headphones. Finally, it is operated by rear passenger controls and includes a remote for the video cassette player. Now, this rear seat entertainment system will make those long trips with children seem a lot shorter and will certainly make them more enjoyable for everyone. The optional 4-speaker 80-watt cassette with personal audio system allows front and rear seat passengers to choose different selections for on-road listening. For example, front row occupants can listen to the radio over the vehicle speakers, while rear seat passengers can listen to a CD over the headphones. Options include an AM/FM stereo in-dash CD player or a 6-disc CD changer. The HomeLink universal garage door opener allows replacing up to 3 handheld transmitters with a single built-in device. It can be programmed with the radio frequency codes for most currently available transmitters to operate garage doors, entry gates, security systems, entry door locks, and home or office lighting systems, thus providing a worthwhile level of both convenience and security. Included as part of the auxiliary air conditioning with rear audio and fan speed controls, the odor and particulate filtration system utilizes a filter in the vehicle cowl area to significantly reduce the amount of pollen, dust, and other particulate matter that might enter the interior. It is so effective, it will even suppress many disagreeable odors that are carried in external air and thus makes the interior a much more pleasant environment.
Okay, one thing we want to always point out to that minivan customer, the optional auto vision rear seat entertainment system. Very important. We've got Nintendo. We've got the ability to watch our favorite movies. Keep the kids occupied. That way we can all enjoy that trip.
The Villager's 3.3-liter single overhead camshaft V6 engine has aluminum heads for efficiency and lightweight and generates 170 horsepower at 4,800 RPM and 200 pounds-feet of torque at 2,800 RPM. It is economical and smooth and offers proven and trouble-free reliability and durability. With electronic controls, the automatic transaxle delivers precise shifting for smooth acceleration and driving under varying conditions, and the overdrive fourth gear provides reduced engine speed and noise and enhances fuel economy. The transaxle is fitted with an overdrive on-off switch, which eliminates the need to move the shift lever in order to engage or disengage overdrive gear, thus improving driving ease and convenience and allowing the transaxle to operate cooler and more efficiently. The independent McPherson strut front suspension features gas pressurized shock absorbers to provide a smooth, controlled ride over a variety of road surfaces. And a front anti-roll bar reduces vehicle lean for flatter cornering and more responsive handling. Anti-lock brakes help the driver maintain control by reducing wheel lock during severe braking maneuvers, especially on slick surfaces such as ice, snow, or during heavy rain. The system acts by pumping the brakes, but at a much faster rate than a person can accomplish. This pumping action is felt by the driver as pulsation through the brake pedal and is perfectly normal. By reducing wheel lock-up during braking, the vehicle can be kept under more secure steering control, an obvious safety benefit. In addition, the electronic brake force distribution uses the anti-lock brake components to optimize front-to-rear and left-to-right braking forces with more effective use of the rear brakes. On the steering wheel are mounted control functions for the tap-up, tap-down speed control system, which allows drivers to speed up or slow down in 1 mile-per-hour increments, one tap at a time. This system will help to maintain a constant vehicle speed even on hilly terrain.
Generally speaking, on the Villager, what I do, I'll more than likely open up the doors, show them what it looks like inside, explain to them that the Villager has a car-like handling, mainly. That's what sold the vehicle to begin with when it first came out in 1993. Today, they made some vast improvements. They increased the horsepower in the last 2 years from 151 to 170 horsepower, which has been really helpful for us to sell the vehicle.
I'd also turn around and point out my horsepower, the fact that I'm going to get them there. I've got a 3.3 6-cylinder engine that produces 170 horsepower. I've got all of it right there. What more can you ask for in a minivan vehicle.
It doesn't ride like a big truck or steer like a big truck. It handles more like a car, and a lot of people, as well as men and women, like the feel of that. They feel like they have complete control of the vehicle that way.
Up front, the 2001 Villager is identified with a new front end, a satin-finished aluminum-plated grille, and integral fog lamps. And there are new satin-finished aluminum-plated Mercury emblems on the grille and the rear liftgate. Along the side are new 16-inch alloy wheels, and the estate model has new body side molding with a soft gold insert. In the rear is a restyled liftgate area, and all Villager models have new block letter badges.
You've got to take and appreciate, you've got to drive that Villager to enjoy and feel and understand the ride, the comfort with the appointments.
The driver and front seat passenger benefit from second-generation airbags, which work to further enhance front occupant protection in the event of an impact, reducing the risk of airbag deployment injury to adults of shorter stature. Remember that airbags are designed to work in conjunction with the three-point lap and shoulder belt, which hold the occupant in the proper position for the airbag to function correctly. And children should always be placed in the rear seats with the appropriate restraints. At all outboard seating positions in the Villager, except that of the driver's seat, the vehicle has a feature called an automatic locking retractor seat belt, also known as ALR. Let me show you what that means. The belt has a ratchet in it. If you pull it all the way out to the end of its travel, like this, it sets the ratchet. Now look what happens when it goes back. I let it go back a little bit, it locks. Back a little bit, it locks. Back a little bit, it locks. I can't pull it out any further. To get back to normal operation, I have to let it go all the way back, like this. It resets the ratchet. Now I can pull it out again and use it like a normal belt. So you say, what's the big deal? I'll tell you the big deal. I have talked to a lot of doctors, medical people, and I have found out that all across this country, something like 80 to 90% of all child safety seats are not properly installed in the car. Kids are flopping around in the car. They're in the child safety seat. The child safety seat is not securely attached to the car. Let me show you what automatic locking retractor seat belts do. You pull it out to install the child safety seats. And probably a lot of you have done this. You thread the belt through the child safety seat. It goes through something like this. You latch it. And now the belt's kind of in this kind of position. But look, it's still loose. All right? The child safety seat is flopping around inside the car. But with an automatic locking retractor seat belt, I pull this all the way out to the end of the travel, let it ratchet back, snug it back up in there like this, and now this is tight. The automatic locking retractor seat belt has securely attached the child safety seat into the car. To take it out, I release the catch, the belt comes out kind of like this, and you're back to normal operation. Anybody who has kids with child safety seats will tell you this is a real important feature. Like all Lincoln Mercury products, the Villager is equipped with this little device. It's called a fuel pump inertia shutoff switch. In the Villager, it's located in the driver's side kick panel to the left of the driver's footwell. This is nothing more than a simple little on-off switch. It's wired into the fuel pump circuit. This little red button here is the activator. If the button is pushed in, the switch is on. Electricity flows to the fuel pump. But look what happens when it gets into an impact. It shuts the switch off, and there's no electricity going to the fuel pump. The remote keyless entry system utilizes the key fob to lock and unlock all doors from as far away from the vehicle as 33 feet, like this. This is lock, and this is unlock. It includes a panic button for emergencies and provides an enhanced level of personal security and safety as well as convenience. As standard equipment, the anti-theft alarm acts as a deterrent to theft by detecting an illegal entry into the vehicle through the doors or lift gate. When activated, it gives off an audible alarm and flashes the headlamps and also disengages the engine starter motor system.
A family is concerned about what? They're concerned about safety. But you want to find out what their needs are, what their importance is to the vehicle. Is it the economy? Is it the appointments? Is it the safety factor? Well, you can go on and on, but the main thing is to find out and listen to the customer. A lot of us forget that. We don't listen to those families and what they really want. If you listen, they'll tell you really how to sell.
After this look at the 2001 Villager, I think you'll agree this is one minivan that can stand out from the crowd. Its size is just right. It rides and drives very much like a car, and it offers terrific versatility. I would advise you to take some time and become familiar with it so you can smoothly and professionally demonstrate all its many worthwhile features to your prospects and give it the sales presentation it deserves. Because it's been my experience that once people find out what the Villager has to offer, they like it.
As you can see, Villager is the minivan for prospects who don't settle for second best. They treasure its versatility, purposeful innovation, engaging driving experience, and expressive design. They also value the peace of mind it provides. And don't forget, Villager owners are among the most loyal in the industry, so every Villager you sell sets the stage for future sales. Don't keep these brand attributes a secret. Share them with your prospects. You'll find more information on the 2001 Villager and its brand attributes in the product portfolio, hot sheets, Ford Star broadcasts, and the Mercury Education and Training website. Be sure to check the site often. It's a great place to find the latest information to share with your prospects.
A car-like ride. That's Villager.
What that